The Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Miami Dolphins by a score of 33-27, and I had a lot of mixed emotions in this game. Some good, some bad, of course. And the game did not really go how the score indicates. It was really a tale of two and a half quarters, I guess. I mean, you can say. Um, it was a good game though. I think there's some good takeaways for the Dolphins, some bad. And before I get into this, I want to say please like, share, and subscribe if you like Dolphins content. And we're getting to the playoff stretch in this season, so I hope the Dolphins can finish strong. So yeah, this game was really exciting. I mean, it lived up to the hype for sure. A lot of people expected this game to be one of the top games of the week, and for a stretch, it didn't disappoint. And the number one takeaway I'll take out of this is the Kansas City Chiefs are the Kansas City Chiefs. And they don't need to be perfect. Mahomes does not need to be perfect for them to win. And that's what he showed because the Miami Dolphins defense played pretty well against Patrick Mahomes considering the circumstances and how he's played this season. Mahomes threw a career-high 3 interceptions, something he has never done in a game before. But he did have over 300 passing yards, almost 400, 393 passing yards, had almost 12 yards an attempt, and he had a pretty good 92 rating. I mean, the way the game started, it didn't seem that way, but Mahomes picked it up, and this is one of the worst games you'll probably see from Patrick Mahomes, so considering they still put up 33 points on the board, that's a welcome sign for the Chiefs. And if you're a Chiefs fan, you should be happy, because the way this game started, it did not look good. Which brings me to my actually no. Before I go to my second takeaway, I want to say the Kansas City receivers are absolutely, I mean, spectacular. I mean, there are a lot of drops in this game. None who are by Travis Kelce, who had a monster game, 8 catches, 136 yards, and a touchdown. I'm sure he could have had more. He had a couple of drops. And Tyreek Hill was held relatively in check. He was doubled most of the game. He had Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard was on him a good amount of the time. And he did have a crazy interception, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, Tyreek Hill had 3 catches, including a spectacular bomb, even on double coverage in the first touchdown of the third quarter to widen the Chiefs' lead. And on that play, I mean, it was a double move. Safety, the backup safety actually, the starting safety Bobby McCain was sidelined with the injury a couple plays before, and the backup safety got caught biting on a inside move, and then Tyreek Hill turned on the Jets for a 45-yard touchdown, and that's really when the game got away from the Miami Dolphins. But the second takeaway I want to take from this is, I'll start with the negative for the Miami Dolphins, is they seem very inconsistent offensively. It seems that they really don't have much of a rushing game, and they really miss Myles Gaskin. And if you watch my preview, when I was making the recording, at that point, Myles Gaskin was good to go for Sunday's matchup, but I think 20, 30 minutes later, I realized that there's some breaking news that Myles Gaskin was out with COVID, which meant that the Miami Dolphins were out their top 3 running backs, which means that they had to suit up DeAndre Washington and Patrick Laird. And DeAndre Washington got a bulk of the carries, but he didn't really do much. And that led to the Dolphins' offensive demise in the first 3 quarters. They were not really able to run, only 80 yards on 3.3 yards a carry. And some of it was really on draw plays when the Kansas City Chiefs defense was playing a cover zone. So they're kind of doing dink and dunk and short passing. And Tua Tagovailoa had a decent game. I mean, he missed a lot of throws, some open throws in the first half. And when he needed to, he did struggle at times, but he did not make many mistakes. He did have a couple. He had an interception in the second or third quarter. I do not remember. But sometime in the middle quarters, he had an interception on the tip ball, which is all right. And he gets sacked for a crucial safety, which, if you look at the score, it could have been the difference. But I think Tua had a rookie game, but he played fairly well. He was 28 of 48, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception for a passer rating of 83.3. Solid game. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs pass defense is pretty good. I think everybody looks at their offense and thinks of their high-powered offense, but they have a fairly good pass defense, and it was on display. And something else that really hurt the Dolphins is the injuries. They were out already, some receivers, but Devontae Parker, I believe he had a leg or hamstring injury, and he was questionable to return, and obviously didn't return. And Jakeem Grant also got injured, so they kind of had a mix and match of receivers, and they really struggled to get open until the fourth quarter. And a couple of guys showed out. I mean, Lynn Bolden played fairly well. He's kind of a hybrid guy. Mike Gesicki had a pretty good game as well, so another tight end. He had 5 receptions, 65 yards, and 2 picks. A pretty nice catch, touchdown catch on the tip ball to get the Dolphins their first second half touchdown and mount a comeback. But overall, I think the problem with their offense is that they're not smooth or consistent. It seems very choppy. And they need a run game really bad. They need a run game and some high playmaking receivers to get down the field. And, well, look, good amount of pressure at times. They kind of mix and match when it comes to blitzing versus not blitzing, but they played a lot of zone, which I was not happy with. I think they should have gone with more man, give it a shot. They had a lot of cover zero blitz, but a show where they would try to blitz, look like they're blitzing, disguise, and back off, but Mahomes did a pretty good job of taking advantage of it, and they had a lot of big games. Jerome Baker had a pretty huge, big game. He had 2.5 sacks, including a sack that drove Patrick Mahomes for a 30-yard loss. That was a pretty crazy play. And the secondary played fairly well, considering the circumstances. They had a great first quarter. Byron Jones had a tip interception off a great play by Andrew Van Ginkel in the first quarter. Eric Rowe had another interception where, due to the pressure, Mahomes had to slide to his left and throw across his body, overthrows the receiver, and Eric Rowe takes it. That's a pretty good play. And Xavier Howard, I think he should be the defensive player of the year if he gets double-digit interceptions and the Dolphins make the playoffs. A phenomenal interception, which unfortunately was just like matched not too long ago by, what's his name, Chris Moore. I'm not sure what his name is for the Colts, safety Kenny Moore, I think. He had a phenomenal interception, I think better than Howard, which overshadowed Howard's interception a bit, but Howard had a spectacular interception. I mean, against Tyreek Hill, that too. I mean, a great play, and that got Mahomes to his 3rd interception. And yeah, the secondary had a pretty good game. Also, another great play by Byron Jones. He had a great effort play, fumble, which denied the Chiefs a possibility to go up 37-10 in the third quarter, which started their comeback. A huge play at that time of the game. So the point is, this defense is legit. I think they had a little bit of yardage problem. They gave a lot of yards. They're playing a lot of cushion, and I think that ended up hurting them in the end of the game. But overall, I think that's not how the game is going to go against some of these other teams. In the future, Buffalo maybe, but I don't think Buffalo's on that level. I think they can be stopped, or at least contained. I mean, Buffalo's a pretty good offense, but the Chiefs are one and not the same, I'll tell you that. And yeah, so the Chiefs beat the Dolphins. I can't say I'm frustrated. I mean, this wasn't really a statement game. Tony Romo said it best in the broadcast. The Dolphins are still building. They're a year ahead of schedule, so I think next year will be the year you're expecting a big season out of them. So anything here, I think it's just a bonus. So I'd like for them to make the playoffs. So what's ahead for the Dolphins? They're 8-5 right now. As I'm recording this game, the Colts and the Raiders are facing off. Colts are up 37-20 in the fourth quarter. So if the Colts can hold on, that drops the Raiders to 7-6. The Miami Dolphins currently hold the last wildcard spot, and if the Raiders lose, the Dolphins will remain in sole possession of that last wild card spot. And on Monday, that's going to be a huge matchup, Ravens at Browns. If the Ravens lose, Dolphins maintain a full game lead over the Ravens and the Raiders, which will be huge in the last 3 games of the season. So looking ahead for the Dolphins schedule, next week, Sunday, December 20th at 1 o'clock on CBS, Dolphins versus Patriots. Dolphins at home. I will think about doing a live stream for this game. I'll put a scoreboard on my screen and do some commentary. I'll think about it as next Sunday comes along and have some time. And if that goes well, I may live stream the other games. The next game after that, that this may be the playoff game. Winner most likely gets into the playoffs based on how the Dolphins play against the Patriots. Dolphins at Raiders, December 26th on a Saturday, 8:15 on the NFL Network. So that will be a huge game with playoff implications. And the last game of the season, if the division comes down to it, we'll see Dolphins at Bills for the division at 8:20 on NBC. If things go wrong for the Dolphins and the Bills straight up show out against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday night, another huge game. Go Steelers today. But if the Steelers lose and Buffalo runs the table up to the Dolphins game, we may not see it on Sunday night. It will probably be a 1 o'clock game, but we will see. I think the Dolphins will finish 10-6 and they'll make the playoffs. That's what I really hope. And well, if you'd like the Dolphins, if you like this Dolphins content, leave your score predictions for the next game against the Patriots and a record prediction for the Miami Dolphins below in the comments section. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to HP Sports. Have a nice day.